Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel, brothers and sisters. Welcome back. Episode 1 of the Blood Moon. Well, full moon stroke blood moon. Episode 1. Now, buckle up. This video is only my view on what things are and my experiences. I've got videos that back all these, what I'm about to talk about. The videos they're already uploaded on the channel. They're there. There's a couple that are controversial. Tonight is this episode in particular, and probably another episode. Well, pretty much I'm basically stating tonight's episodes are, every single one of them is going to be controversial. Every single one of them. Absolutely every single one of them is going to be controversial. There's one thing, people sitting watching this during the day or whenever in the safety of their home, and they're not out here in the moment at midnight on a full moon, then still persevering, even though some of the experiences can be pretty hardcore, especially when you're out in a woodland on it. Like, I've came out, like, fate is inexorable. And I've got a really, really good old English saying. Where bo fo a reed. Fate is all, destiny's everything. Fate is inexorable. We're all bound by the norns. That's what the weir is, the ladies of the weir. They're the norns. We're all bound by the norns. Our fate is woven. It's almost like a seat, almost like a spinning wheel or yarn, or making yarn on a spinning wheel. And then they take it off and then they intertwine your fate with everything. The weather has been, I've been out during the day. I've not really recorded because I've been saving a lot of things for tonight. I've picked tonight to talk about a lot of things. A lot of things. I've held back on wanting to talk about these experiences and what they could be, and well, tonight is the night. Tonight is the night, and I'm going to pop the Spirit Talker on at the same time. Because the Spirit Talker's new, and I've had really interesting and fascinating things coming through this. I've had a bit of nonsense. It's like everything. Got to take some things with a pinch of salt. I'm not here to talk like when names and things start coming through. I've already stated in another video there's a reason why, and I'm going to give that reason why. I'm not here to talk to the recent spirits. I got my first experience of coming here was being introduced and picking up on druid energy. I'm not here to, and then I get like daft comments in the comment section saying, oh, you're just level 1. No, this is not a game. It really is not a game. I've had literally, and I'm literally in the middle of nowhere. I call it the middle of buttfuck nowhere. In a woodland that's on a way line. I've known about all this wayline energy and spiritual. I've had spiritual encounters from a very young age. I'm I'm older. I'm older than I look. And I've had a lot of spiritual encounters off and on my whole life. And I'm going to talk about a couple of them tonight as well. There's a reason why I picked up on a druid energy. I picked up on a really nasty druid energy years ago, and I switched myself off. And this druid energy, well, there's actually more than one, there's a few. they're, yeah, they don't hold back. And it's not the druid energy that's doing what that's doing. Spoiler for people that think, oh, I'll be the druids because they're evil. Nah. Don't blame the druids for what's like some of my experiences. It's not druid energy. It's really not. It's older. The druids warn me about it. Spirit talker on. Cheers to show. I'm not here to view my religion. My religion's the sun, the moon, earth, and the stars. Nature's my religion. I come out here. This is my church. My church is out here. Yeah, it's over. I come out during the day as well. There's reasons why I come out at night time. There's a frill in it. There's a slight frill, plus not everyone does this kind of thing. There's a few people that do, but they've not done it for the length of time and duration. Because I put in the description for the videos or entertainment purposes. It's purely because I know, like, I'm not the only one that sees things, and I'm seeing it firsthand. That's the difference. I'm here in the moment. I see it with my own eyes. I won't give credence to things because I'm in the moment, and I don't. Just me being here, two things happen. It'll either be alright, be warm and welcoming, or all hell will break loose. There's no happy medium. For a lot of people, there's three. For me, there's only two. It'll either be alright, and alright is Scottish for okay. It'll either be okay, or I've got videos where literally all hell's breaking loose. Literally all hell is breaking loose. It's the just said call out. No, I'm going to save that. But anyway, there's a potential of like things happening tonight. Because even doing the introductory video, things were seeing things up in that area and over behind the light as well.
Equipment.
Yeah. It's the equipment. Yep, there's equipment. There's a light so that I can record, because I am recording. There's this here. It's a spirit talker. You can talk through that. I can also hear you as well. And a lot of the things I've been noticing a lot of things as well. Like people are thinking that I'm on YouTube and I'm not. I'm just recording my experiences. So they're raw. They're very raw, and they're not edited. How they are recorded is how I upload. I do not tamper with any of the video content. It's just recorded, upload, sit. I record it in the moment and then upload. Either when I get home or the following day. Depends. Tonight will probably be straight away. The introductory episode will straight away because
Stay out the woods.
It's just said stay out the woods. Anyway, I'm going to start, I've briefly touched on it before, like why I started the journey through the veil. I've given hints and,
Static hives.
well, we can, like with the Spirit Talker as well, you've got to like, you've got to take what resonates and discard the motherfucking rest, because aye, it's saying things like basement and attic and stuff. I'm in the middle of a woodland in the midlife. I'm going to apologise tonight as well, because I'm not going to hold back on my language either. Like, these videos are just going to be raw, very raw. I've got a lot of things I want to talk about. I've behaved myself for quite a while and not. I've just been letting the videos just do their own thing. Now it's time. Now I'm going to start, like, tonight is the night, and especially in this video. And I've just seen a light that's further down, and the other bit further down. Well, yep.
Liar.
I'm not lying. Not lying. I'm not lying. There's a fucking light at the bottom of this fucking woodland. All right. I'm going to start. I'm getting, like, whatever comes through that is clearly not here in the moment, because I've got important things that I'll actually want to actually state. Like, right now, I'm seeing a fucking light at the bottom of this woodland. It's not the first time I've encountered it. I've encountered it loads of times before. Yeah, I'm asserting my fucking dominance for once. Aye.
Please get out.
No. Yeah, I started the journey through the veil purely because last year was a brilliant year. That started off brilliant, and then things went a wee bit south off camera. Yeah. Things were happening, and aye, and I did something. When I say I did something to myself and I shouldn't be here, I'm not lying when I say that. I'm not proud of what I did.
Edward.
Really, really not proud of what I did back in September last year. I could already see in things before that. Now it's even more amplified. And the Spirit Talker also confirms as well that I can actually see them, I can hear them, and not all the time, but sometimes I'll feel them. And I came back from.
Presence is a gift.
I came back from what I did, and I know I shouldn't be. I have a reason. I know why, but I should wholeheartedly not be here. But anyway, it's getting a bit dark. That's because I did something to myself back in September. I shouldn't be here. And yeah, it looks like I have to live out this experience. I have to live out this experience. Because there ain't no easy way out. I envy because like I said, this video is going to be controversial because I envy the people that do things that mean that they're no longer here. I envy them because I've tried and I always keep coming back, and it actually gets fucking annoying because there's people on the other side that like I want to join them because I was done a few years back. And then what I found out last year just amplified it and was just like, you know what, I'm just going to say it for how it is. Like I was like last year, I just got to the point where I was like, fuck it, I'm actually fucking done, because all the people that understand like what I went through when I was younger and stuff, they're no longer here, and it's just like, and then there's people that are joining on have joined on a fucking bandwagon to be like here by the, and it's like whoa, like, you don't even know the fucking story. To accuse me of shit that I've not even fucking done is fucking insane, because it's still happening. It's happening right now as I speak. There's somebody out there that wants to fucking get at that, talking on my behalf and saying this and that, and it's like you fucking have you don't know anything about me whatsoever. Absolutely none. Got no clue, none whatsoever. The videos that I do, like the encounters that I have with actual wildlife, they're wild animals. Some of the interactions that I get with wild animals should be enough for people to be like, oh, right, well, he's clearly no evil, because if I was evil, I can assure you, I wouldn't be getting an owl that came right up above a branch literally right up above me, and was there for about 20 minutes, half an hour. The absolute chances of a wild owl perching up above me, because I was out moonbathing on a night like tonight. Like, a lot of people might not like this video, especially episode 1. I'm starting off with, like, I'm getting things off my chest, especially about some of the experiences, and then for some people to think that it's like, oh, it's staged. I'm going to look directly in the camera and state this. I wish some of the experiences and encounters I've had, well, since October last year, I wish they were staged, because I wouldn't have the fucking nightmares that back it all up. And that, my friends, is the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. One thing watching these through either your phone, tablet, laptop, PC, TV screen, whatever you're watching this video on.
It's me.
It's one thing watching it, but when you're actually in the moment and you're actually getting objects, physical objects, getting thrown at you, there's no one else around. I can't stay it enough. I'm out here on my own. And some of these woodlands, they're a bit. You can hear if it's other people, but whatever this is not. It doesn't. I see it, and it moves far too quickly for the type of terrain it is. I can, when I've not got my bag on and stuff like that, like, I can move pretty quickly, but there's a lot of branches and stuff around. I step on it and the snap. It's the thing. Whatever
Watch it.
whatever else it is there, doesn't snap branches, because it hovers just above the ground. But anyway, something off behind me there. When so whatever it is in it, there's another, and there's also a little bit of no such thing as a coinkydink. No such thing as a coinkydink. And if you don't know what a coinkydink is coincidence. There was a night, there was a particular night a few months back, and there was people out, and then I had to, like, I was coming out over yonder anyway, but I wanted to do a wee experience down to continue on from a follow-up. And
Mick.
there was loads there was other people, and before I came on camera to record my experiences, I could hear them all the way. I'm like miles away, but they were making a racket. I don't do that sort of thing. I don't go into a woodland and cause a ruckus. Me just being in the woodland will either be alright or literally all hell will break loose. And I stated in another video that there has been there's people that probably watch these videos, and they're sending energy. And that's deceit. Yeah, they're very deceitful because I'm just doing my own wee thing. I believe in something that's older. I believe in the more mystical side of that particular god. And what god is it? Like, I believe in Odin. I always have my whole life, and I'm more in because there's different variations of.
I can use this.
There's different variations of believing in Odin, and I'm on the mystical side, the weird and the wonderful, like the things that, like the encounters that I get and stuff. But at the same time, I'm not, because there's people out there that think, oh, because I believe in Odin, I have to be evil, or I've done nothing like that whatsoever. I believe in the mystical side, because there's different variations of believing in Odin. I'm on the mystical side. I don't do sacrificing and stuff, like, because if you do that sort of thing, like what you put out into the ether, you get back. Like, I don't do any of that sort of thing. Never have. Because I know, like, what you put out is what you get back, especially when you're dealing with that kind of energy. And then you could be like, oh well, but you made that was an offering of crystals. It was an offering of crystals as a wee thing for
Annihilation.
a wee peaceful offering. Nothing major about it, because the crystals I offered were peace, love, and unity. Well, not peace, love, and unity, but like a bit of lapis lazuli, rose quartz, and clear quartz. Just a wee thank you, because at one point in our history, lapis lazuli was a very, very, it was more sought after than gold and silver. And that's truth, by the way. Lapis lazuli at one point, and the same with turquoise. Lapis lazuli and turquoise were more expensive than gold and silver at one point. Plus, lapis lazuli is a beautiful gemstone, actually. There's a reason why they call it the gem of the gods, because it's a beautiful, especially when it's polished and when it's worked with properly in jewellery, it's absolutely beautiful. And that's the other thing. Back when I was younger, I could actually make gemstone jewellery. And that's the thing. Like, I know what I've done in my life. Excuse me. But it's because I don't do it now. People think, oh, you're just you're talking a whole load of gas and stuff. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I used to make gemstone jewellery. Used to make gemstone jewellery. I used to get raw, unpolished gemstones and polish them up and shape them into different shapes to make jewellery. That's what I used to do when I was younger. And my dad, he used to sell the stuff that I would make. Aye. But anyway, like I said, I am older than I look. I've done a lot. I've experienced a lot and done a lot. Been through quite a lot as well. There's people that are probably watching and going, right, well, let's get into it. Yeah, I am. I'm getting there, getting into it right now. There's because there's people that'll be like, oh, it's Druid, you're picking up on Druid energy, it's evil. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because it's not the Druid energy that's been doing what it's been doing. Believe it or not, it's something older, and it's something that was created created by man. But anyway, how can it be created? Because if you get enough people believing in something, you can actually bring something into fruition. And that's the whole thing about, like, I'm going to say, like, demons and stuff. Like, man created all that. Because they started giving credence to things. Because if you don't give credence to anything, then you don't bring things into fruition. And that's how, like, that the first witching hour of this year, that's how I knew straight away. I knew when it all started happening, there was a bit of me that was walking out of that woodland, absolutely raging, because I knew that someone had sent that stuff. It didn't happen organically. And like I stated in another video, that stuff, when you do that, it comes back.
Investigator.
Yeah, sort of. Well, not really. I wouldn't really call myself an investigator as such. Someone doing things happening further down the valley. And going back on doing something, I did something to myself and then coming back when I shouldn't have. I turned the negative into a positive. I started and then that's when I started my journey through the Vale. I was already experiencing things off and on before I started the journey, and then when I came out, like when I came, well, I was no here, and then I came back, and I went for a walk, and I started seeing things. I could already see, but this time it was like
My life was taken.
it was. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. It's hard to explain without it sounding absolutely. It's hard to explain it without it sounding absolutely mental. I could already see and hear before September. I could already hear and see. I switched myself off, and then I had an encounter during the day where I sensed that it was druid energy, and that druid actually switched me back on again. And I say it was a druid, but it actually wasn't a druid, believe it or not. It was actually Odin. Because I was stepping into an area where things have happened.
Leave right now.
And aye, I'll say it was the druid that switched me back on, but now it wasn't. I got switched back on by Odin. I've seen Odin a few times out and about around here. I've also seen Merlin as well. I'm going somewhere with that. Seen Merlin. He actually communicates through my dreams. Sometimes he'll warn me about things that'll happen and stuff, and it was Merlin that told me that that night when I went to sleep when I had the first witching hour experience. It was it's one thing getting Odin and then Merlin separately, but when they're both together saying the exact same thing. Because what happened that night really wasn't organic. Because of my own hearing, I could hear there was like a voice in the wind type of thing. I've heard it a few times. Because there's been, like, tonight, it's a windless night, and then all of a sudden the wind can get up, and then through the wind there's like a voice or voices. It's hard to explain. It's really hard to explain without it sounding absolutely mental. But there's a few times where there's been a few videos where I've actually caught the extra. There's a couple of videos I don't rewatch because I hear it. But the reason I don't watch it is because it triggers the dreams that I've had. I recount the dream that I had when I went to sleep after the experiences, because that's the other thing I don't talk about. I don't talk about the dreams. They're wild. Absolutely wild. Enlightening, always have been. But through being switched back on again, I now dream again, because there was a period in my life where I didn't dream. there's a reason why I switched myself off, because it can get pretty intense. And then some of the things are, I don't just get, I get shown like outcomes of scenarios and stuff, and it can be globally. It's not just in the area where I am or
Enjoying this.
yeah, because I'm glad you're enjoying this. Just said I'm enjoying this. Yeah, I'm getting things off my chest and clarifying things, and just mainly getting things. There's probably a couple of things I've already spoken about in previous videos, but I'm getting it done, getting it out fully. Getting it out there, getting it out, getting it off my chest. Because because it's one thing watching it, and then there's one thing being here in the moment. Being here when it's actually happening is one thing. And I could have other people here, or other people, and they won't get anything. They'll hear some of the things. They'll hear some of the things, but they won't. It's hard to explain it. Some people do, some people don't. And then through doing what I did back then in September, I ended up remembering my process of like, right, well, cool. I now have to become one with the light. Because when you cross over and then come back,
Building.
you have to protect your aura, because your aura, you're like, because it can, like, you can be like a beacon. It's hard to explain it without it sounding absolutely mental. Because there's people out there that think I'm
My
like,
name.
I'm proper evil and stuff like that, and it's like, like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. And then there's psychic mediums and stuff that I've came in contact with, and they look at me and they're like, huh, like you've got your yeah, like I've got my barrier up. Like I have a barrier up. If I have my barrier off, people act weird and strange and stuff, and like it can, when you're just going about your business. However, when I'm out here at this time of night, it's a bit different. I've not really got a barrier up. I've got videos on that. They're a wee bit preachy and stuff, but that's because I'm actually like a wee bit, there's like a couple of the older videos, especially back in September, where I sound a bit like, I sound pissed off. It's because I am. I just don't, I mean, I was wanting to talk about it. I was wanting to do this. I was wanting to do this video back then.
Am I really dead?
Okay then. Am I really dead? Well, more than likely, but I can also hear and see you at the same time. There's a couple of the daytime videos, especially back in September and a wee bit of October. I sound a wee bit pissed off. That's because I am. I'm a wee bit narky and a wee bit like, more like, it's more, like, because I was trying to, I was trying to sign out, sign out completely,
Plans.
sign out completely. But the fate, the Norns, the weavers of destiny said otherwise. I'm meant to be here. And I thought, right, well, if I'm meant to be here, I may as well do a journey through the veil, see what happens. Because that happened 5 months ago. It's not even been 6 months. The journey through the veil was going to be. I did the journey through the veil for 6 months, to go 6 months after doing what I did, because I've had things happen before when I was younger and things like that, off and on.
Sinister.
I've had near-death experiences, and I've crossed over a few times now. Probably a bit too many times, actually. And then people get jealous of me and stuff like that, and being like, right, well, why do you come back and other people don't? I have no idea. How about, instead of asking me the questions, how about you ask the Creator, or whatever God you believe in? How about you ask that God why I keep getting sent back? There we go. You ask whatever God you believe in, right? How about you ask that God why I keep coming back? Because I can't answer that question. I can. I've got an answer for it. Me just being here and aye. I've got a really good reason I could give it, but no. That's for me to know. And if you're interested, how about you ask whatever God you believe in, why does this guy keep coming back? And then write in the comment section what the answer is, because aye.
They keep secrets here.
Don't know how they would keep secrets in the middle of a woodland. Huh. Yeah, that light's be the cold weather, because it is a bit chilly, and I've noticed the brightness of that. The lamp is beginning to.
We are related.
Well, aye. And I also want to state, in case you didn't know, just remember, right? Odin is also divine as well, all right? Just it can get a bit carried away. It's like everything. Like I believe in a certain aspect of Odin. Right? I don't believe in. There's other bits of Odin that are a bit like. All right, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't want it like that. But anyway, because there's a lot of people that'll think that they're hearing something, and I can assure you, you'd be quite shocked. One thing hearing about the Allfather. It's one thing sitting sitting in front of him, in front of a table, and then having to actually talk about things, because you're being judged, especially when he lifts up the eye patch.
Is this a ritual?
No. No, it is not a ritual. There's nothing ritual about what I'm doing. I'm just sitting and talking. Getting things off my chest. and just seeing what would come through the spirit talker at the same time, because it's the full moon, and it's the midnight till 1, which is the full moon peak, and then there's a wee, so it's like midnight till 1, and then there's a wee break between 1 and then at 3 is the, between 3 and 4 is the full blood moon energy, like full blood moon, full on peak, boom. Because the minute from 1 o'clock till 3 is when the cycle starts to get to the peak, the pinnacle, and it happens to be over the witching hour, which is pretty interesting. Aye. See the full moon in the background, but
I'm from the 1700s.
Cool. Not quite finished this video yet. Not quite finished because the power in that torch is, the power in the lamp is bigger because of the cold. It's actually quite chilly tonight. May actually come out because I want to do another style of video where I walk about. See, so it's pretty clear. Sorry, closeness there. That video will be I've realised I've got a lot more to say, but the lamp's beginning to fade out. Got a lot more to say on that topic, but it's more about the experiences. It's like there is Druid energy. The Druid energy actually warns me, and then there's also the Azir. The Azir being either a Valkyrie or
Yes, it's me.
or one of the gods, or because there's multiple. When you believe in Odin, there's multiple gods. There's not just one. There's multiple, male and female, and that's the reason why I believe in Odin. The main reason why. Well, it's not really a main reason. It's just like there's multiple gods for different things. I've got the ones that I've got the main ones I talk to. And believe me, when they say like whatever your experience, like when they say what I'm experiencing in the woods and stuff, when one of them comes down and one of them comes into your dreams and goes, that didn't happen organically, like you've got to be on guard. And then the way I say it is like, right, well, cool. I am at one with the light, and I am at one with the light. The light is at one with me, and I'm whatever happens, I'm prepared to go to Valhalla. And that's the way. I don't call it Valhalla. I call it Valhall. Like, I'm ready to go to Valhall. It's the way I think, and then there's people out there that are like, oh, that's a bit barbaric thinking like that. No, it's not. No, it's not.
She's over there.
No, it's not. It's powerful enough to become in one with the light. It's powerful enough to, It's powerful enough to bring you back. Bring you back where, I hear you cry, from the land of the dead. Especially like on a full moon, some of these symbols in the wood. Oh. Some of the symbols in the wood are actually pretty cool because the moon is shining pretty bright. I'm trying to do this without the light blinding. So I just blinded my eyes. It's dimmer. It's went dimmer, but aye. It's just to really give and the symbols. Some of it's caused by nature, but because it's on a way line, it could be because I've been here. I've been out here I've been out on a night and during the day without recording, and sometimes the being up here, it can be beautiful calm. It can be a really, really, really calm night, and then all of a sudden it's just like it's like some it's just like if there was a god. And it's really random. And then I remember it's on top of a way line. And what's significant about a way line? Well, the way line here does what other way lines don't. There's only two other way lines. Hello. There's only two other way lines that do what this way line does. And what does this way line do? I hear you cry. It sort of ends and then restarts is the best way. If you were to think of it, it would be like in between where it ends and then restarts is like it's like an empty bit, almost like an abyss. Like anything, it's like a portal. Like anything can come, anything can happen. So it's like interdimensional. So the symbols, some of the symbols here, maybe not up in, not here in Ravenswood, but over in Eagleswood, there's half a tree dangling.
Above.
That was fully charged. Well, there was something else there at the same time. I do apologise. Find the head torch. The cold weather seems to have upset the. I'm still here. This is quite a long one because I'm going to be jumping back on again. Just getting an extra light. There we go. That's better. And the torch as well. Blinded by the light. It's a bit above. It's going to say Gilbert.
Gilbert.
So this is on a. And there's also a trail here as well. It's called the Southern Upland Trail. Well, the Southern Upland Way.
I'm here next to you.
And then it's part of the St Cuthbert's Way. but his actual real name was Gilbert. But anyway, you block that now so I can. Ooh, sorry, getting the lamp because I'm going to do a thing with the lamp in a wee bit. Just need to recharge it up again. Sorry, this is what I mean by it being raw and unedited. You get the tinkery bits. I'm going to have to rest there. It's a wee bit chilly as well. There we go. That head torch is a bit different. I'm going to change angle and come back on again. Go for it. I was just going to say, there's also another pathway around here as well, called Benedict's Way. There's St Cuthbert's Trail, and there's also Benedict's Way. But that's a wee bit further. It's a wee bit further south than here. But it's not that far away though. It's just a bit further south. Just letting my eyes readjust because the LED lights are a bit bright. Bit strange with the head. That big lamp, it's fully charged and then it just, because it said above and then the light just went, oof. Quite weird. No overlooking into anything. It's just, it can be brilliant. It can be brilliant. Daft wee things like that, and I'm like, all right, cool. The absolute coinkydink chance of that happening. It's fully charged, which means it can last for 3 hours. Apparently, it would only last for 46 minutes. Fully charged and lasts for 46 minutes. Anyway, there's a lot more to come, in because I've got another topic to talk about. Because that's the other thing. The dreams that that's the other thing I get with doing these experiences is sometimes the dreams that follow can be just as intense as the experience themselves. Especially older experiences, and for a wee while there I was doing a wee bit too much. But I'm a believer in show no fear. I was charging the energy levels.
We won't hurt you.
Just charging up the energy levels for tonight, because going on last year's blood moon would be, I knew things could get a bit weird and interesting. Weird and wonderful. That's the other thing as well. I've said it in previous videos. I can be a magnet for the weird and the wonderful. Not always, not every night. Because I also have I've got to remember, I've got to keep enough space for the witch in our urban legend. What's this? which in our urban legend, the urban legend of the Jotnar, or Jotnar. Jotnar, Jotnar. What are they? What's the Jotnar or Jotnar? Giants. Giants of old. I'm going to talk about the giants. The Jotnar or Jotnar. Speak it in two different Scandinavian tongues. Two different types of dialect of Scandinavia. Jotnar, Jotnar. Both the same thing. I'm going to talk about the giants. It's an interesting urban legend because it also goes into some of the old Norse myth. The old Norse myth of creation, which is really, really interesting. Really interesting at the same time. Tonight's urban legend on a blood moon has to be the Jotnar. Because why not? Why not? Why not talk about the Jotnar? I've briefly touched on them before. I've got a video where I went to a giant's cairn. What's a giant's cairn? Giant burial mound. There's actually a couple around here as well. There's a couple around here as well. And that's the other thing is sometimes is you never know. Because the way some of these trees are placed, like half a tree placed, like was to say that might actually be a giant energy that does that. Because there's been a couple of times I've sensed an energy around and it's old. When I say this energy's old, it's old. That's what I mean. It's like the druids, the druid energy around here warns me about it. It's because there's residual giant energy around here. There's an old battle, an ancient battlefield not that far away from here. And aye, it's real, like it's real. And there's the way some of these trees are placed in, well, there's half a tree in a tree that's wrapped, like that half a tree's wrapped around the tree. That's my theory, and that's my opinion on what it could be, is residual giant energy.
Paranormal.
Boom. Paranormal. It's residual giant energy. Why? Because this used to be an area where there was a lot of giants. The Romans recorded coming up here and seeing giants. The giants of old. But the giants that were around here
Family.
seen the people as the people that were around them. They seen them as family. So when the Romans came and attacked, the giants were sticking up for their family. Not all of the trees around here are done in a particular way, but there's more.
The little.
There's more than enough to. What really set it off for that was the half a tree wrapped around, because it's literally wrapped around another tree, like. And that's when I was like, this is residual giant energy. There's no ifs, ands or buts about it. because they were very powerful spiritual beings, and there's been a couple of times. There's a reason why. There's a reason why I don't like the fog. I've a long time ago, and I wasn't on my own with this experience, by the way. Just putting that out there. One of the people that experienced that with me is still alive. I just don't know where the person is, but I know they're still alive, because there was 4 of us. There's a reason why I don't like the fog, because in the fog we seen something, and yeah, I wasn't the only one, and we weren't there was 4 of the. I was in a group of 4 friends. We were 4 friends. There was other people that also seen it as well at the same time. The amount of people that seen this apparition or whatever it was quite a few people. Quite a few.
Sad.
Got to be mindful what I'm talking about. The last thing I need to encounter on a night like tonight is a bloody residual giant energy. So that's what's and that's why this is why I'm like, this is a very controversial video, especially at this part of the video, because it's towards the end, where I'm talking about, like, well, what do you think it actually is? Because I've been asked in the comment section, what do you think this is? Like, what's your view on it? It's residual giant energy. I was sort of not wanting to come to that conclusion, but there's a couple of bits. There's a couple of places where I could even go tonight, and I could show the half a tree wrapped around a tree. And then there's another area where it's the same thing. It's half a tree, but it's wrapped around 2 trees.
Same said.
Wind, natural forces don't do that kind of thing. There's 3 in total. There's 3 things there's 3 things that I could go to, and it's that's what, plus through spiritual communication when I'm sleeping and coming out here on my own and not recording. When I'm not recording, not that long ago, like, to be shown, like, asked divine is and that's why I did the urban legend of Enoch, because I was letting the residual giant energy know that, like, I'm very clued up when it comes to. I was letting the residual energy know, because that's what the druid energy was warning me about when I first encountered it last year. That's what it was warning me about. It's like, got to be careful, there's residual giant energy around here. Why? Because of the way line. Because of the way line. And this is not the only area in the UK where there's it could be like some things that happen are potentially residual giant energy. Because there's giant cairns, there's giant burial cairns around here. Okay. There's one right at the top of this woodland. It's a giant burial mound. I got warned about coming up here. Like, got to be careful, got to be mindful, be respectful, because that's the other thing as well. I'm also respectful. I can be a bit brash and bold, and a bit like especially when it comes to daft, stupid nonsensical comments and stuff. It's like, oh, you're only level 1 there. This is not a game. I'm having things. It's like, I've now stated what it is. It's like, there's there's demon energy, there's fuck knows whatever else, and then there's also like fucking giant energy at the same time, and that isn't clear on whether it's fucking whatever. It comes from some. What did that say? Because I just seen something there. I'm going to have to come. I'm going to come off and change angle, and we're going to go for a walkabout. I'll even go up. I'll even go up to the, because that's what it is at the top of here. It's a giant mound. That light is blinding me as well. I need to be able to see, because I seen something there, and it was like, right, well, that wasn't it wasn't being blinded by the light, because like when I do that, makes the camera a bit, because it's for recording, but I'm blinded. But when I'm shaded from the light a wee bit, like my eyes settled there for a second, and then it was like, all right, cool. I just seen something. Especially when I was talking about the top bit up there being a giant burial, and then like some of the symbols that are around here are it's residual. Potentially, some of it, not all of it, some of it is residual giant energy. And there's a wee bit of me that's when I come up here and stuff, I let that kind of energy know that I know it's here. I'm respectful, but it also has to respect me at the same time, because I do want to be really aye. And that's why I say it's like something here that's far older, and it's as long as you're respectful, if you're dealing with residual giant energy, you've got to be respectful, because they were a formidable force when they're corporeal. They're a formidable force. You got to remember they're very, very spiritual beings. So you're also dealing with something potentially more powerful spiritually than druid energy.
Don't be afraid.
I'm not afraid. That's why, like, when I come out here, I'm on the, like, what happens. I come out here with no intent whatsoever. Why? Because there's druid energy, there's giant energy, there's fucking interdimensional shit, I've had, off and on, I've had a few experiences with some demon energy and shit like that, and it's like it's been wild.
We're enjoying this.
So am I. I'm glad you're enjoying, because I'm also enjoying as well. Tonight's got a wee bit later, a wee bit further on from now, it's got the potential of being a bit mental. So that's why I'm a bit respectful. I'm only respectful when I come out. What I record is what I record, and there's been a couple of times where the giant energy's actually communicated through the spirit talker as well. But that's what some of the patterns and it's what some of the patterns and symbols are in some of the woodlands. It's residual giant energy. There's particular weather phenomena that happens, and that's when you've got the potential of experiencing that sort of type of energy. What kind of further weather phenomena? Fog. That's why I don't like the fog.
Creepy.
Yep. It's creepy. It's more than creepy, actually. I've had a couple of spiritual encounters in the fog, and I really don't like fog. The big one, the main one, was experiencing Nephilim, having a spiritual encounter with a Nephilim in the fog. Anyway, that's another urban that there is a true story. It's a true account. I'm not the only one. I wasn't on my own with that one. There was multiple people. That will be an urban legend. A witch in our ghost story. That'll be soon. I'm going to do a full episode on that. I need to watch because I need to keep a wee bit of time for because I can talk in the next video, because the next video is just going to be walking about, see what happens. Natural senses, because I'll be using the Spirit Talker device to record. Anyway, so that's my theory or opinion or view on what some of the symbols in the woodland is, or well, in the areas that I go to. That's why I'm sort of drawn to the areas. And there's something else that picks up that it's like, oh, you're an investigator. Well, I've been shown symbols. I see the symbols, I see the signs, and I did a wee bit of research and digging and diving on the giants and the Nephilim. That's why I did the urban legend of Enoch, and through Enoch I was learning a bit more about the spirituality of the giants or Nephilim or whatever you want to call them. I'll call them Jotnar. So through doing that, I realised, well, if they were a powerful corporeal form, well, they're going to be even more powerful in spiritual form. And that's why I don't come out and piss things off, especially out here in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. Because I see the symbols, I see the signs, I see when it decides to, when the energy decides to come out and do something. Well, because there's the way some of the trees are bent. I'll use the prime example of the tree, half a tree being wrapped around a tree. One doesn't do that. There's some symbols I'm looking at the moment, because the only reason I come to that conclusion is because in the UK we don't have Bigfoot. Anyone that says that we do is a raving lunatic. Do we have giant burial cairns scattered all over the United Kingdom? Yes. Yes, we do. When I was a young kid, I witnessed I seen an excavation of a giant. Well, it wasn't giant remains. They were. So I've got a short video on the channel of it. New Battle Abbey Woods. There's a big hole, and through that excavation of that hole, they ended up. I was there. I seen it. I seen them lift out giant remains, and I was like, all right, cool. I've seen them getting excavated, and they're fucking huge. So that's all I can say. When there's certain things at the moment, there's like a wee thing like the strongman, and they say giants live. I can assure you, like, they're just tall men. They're just tall, strong men. Trust me. Like, I've seen a giant excavation, and that giant was fucking huge. All right, you're talking at least fucking 22 feet tall, maybe even taller. Because I'm going to go, when I go into the urban legend of them, I'm going to give heights, the height variations that they come in, and I can assure you, right, a giant isn't 7 foot tall. Trust me, right. When I talk about giants and Nephilim and Jotnar, I'm talking about the real ones, right? The real ones, the ones that like the shortest ones, like are like 18 and 19 foot, and they can stretch, like there's skulls and excavations where they've found giants at like fucking 40 feet tall. Like when they put the remains out, they're 40 foot in length. It's the biggest one that's ever been found, was 40 foot. Now just imagine that motherfucker walking about. Would you mess with that? Would you want to fucking tangle with that? Nope. You're getting fucked up. One stride for him is like fucking... Aye, he could cover a mile in like way shorter time than we can. Because that one was excavated with a female. But anyway, I'm going to get into actual like facts, like actual facts about like the Nephilim and the Jotnar. I've covered it in another video on the channel, but this is a blood moon witch hour urban legend of Jotnar. So on this recording device, that'll be the next episode. Because I'm going to do different devices with episodes. So come join me on the urban legend of the Jotnar. I'll be on the other recording device. We're going to go for a wee walkabout, show the moon, and see if I see a shooting star and stuff, because I seen one on the way up. Let's see if I can get two in one night, or see two in one night. And show a bit of the cosmos and stuff, because that's the other thing I'm out here for. I'm out here to experience a clearing. That's why I come here, because there's this bit here's a clearing. Like, I don't do this sort of thing. I don't do paranormal things indoors. Plus, I've given a reason, I've given a theory on what it could be, because I will cover it again in the witching hour. I don't want this video going a bit too long. Come join me on the Witching Hour episode 2 of this recording device. On this recording device, come join me on episode 2. Till then, stay safe, stay blessed, God bless.